The grid with the two Americans, Mamola on the Suzuki and Roberts Yamaha. Also there, the Dutchman Jack Middelburg on a privately entered Suzuki
has got a superb start. Graham Crosby in pole position, and Freddie Spencer has got the Honda firing well, and it's Kenny Roberts second, a Barry Sheen third. This is the red helmet in the background is Randy Mamola, and Roberts leads. Kenny Roberts then, who had trouble with his tyres and more about this, takes the lead. So, Crosby leads. Next, Ben Roberts, number 2, Marco Lucinelli, 4th, number 3, Randy Mamola is in 5th position, and off goes Graham Crosby, and past him goes Lucinelli. That looks like Barry Sheen off as well, but was it? That's Crosby. Now, because they're coming up to the danger point, and look at Paul Ballington. Paul Ballington in the green leathers is coming up extremely well. In fact, Ballington is challenging now. Ballington is right up with the leaders. So it's Kenny Roberts leading as they come into Woodcote at the end of lap 4. Kenny Roberts leading, then it's Mamola. Cork Ballington is in 3rd position, and Jack Middelburg, the Dutchman, is in 4th place. Well, Kenny Roberts going round the outside of Randy Mamola. I remind you that Lucinelli is out of the running. Barry Sheen is out. Graham Crosby, number 1, the reigning world champion, leads, fighting against Randy Mamola, who has now retaken the lead from Roberts, and Cork Ballington is not losing an inch on any of them. Into the hangar straight on lap 10 out of 28. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th together. On the left, Roberts, and Cork Ballington is now up into 2nd position.
And Roberts is in the lead.
Middelburg is right up alongside Mamola and momentarily had 3rd position.
Of course, Middelburg could be the fly in the ointment here, because he is the one who has nothing to lose but everything to gain, perhaps even a works ride next year.
Kenny Roberts, number 1, because he is world champion, not just in 1980, but in 1979 and 1978 as well. Acknowledging that he has little chance of winning the World Championship. At least he acknowledged before the race, but that was in a situation where he, like me, could not envisage Marco Lucinelli not finishing in the points, and Lucinelli is showing no sign of that at the moment. And it's still Randy Mamola just leading. Number 2 is Marco Lucinelli, who is slipping back all the time. This titanic scratch for the lead of the 1981 Marlborough British Grand Prix here at Silverstone is climaxing all the time, if that's possible. And Randy Mamola rides right round the outside of Kenny Roberts, an astounding manoeuvre. If you can ride round the outside of Kenny Roberts on a corner, you can truly say you've arrived. And now Roberts fights back.
Yes, there's no real point in it there, because all what happened was that Mamola came to the corner first, but Roberts was able to pick up a little slipstream and then be in a better position to outbrake.
And the news of Barry
Sheen tending to sort
Sheen
of feel each other out. It may be that with the temperature, the lap time is the sort of best sort of time they can do, and I'm sure that they can get away from Cork in the later stages if they wish.
John, and there's look, incredible. There's Marco Lucinelli. He knows they've caught him. He gives a cheery wave. He's called Lucky, and he's known for being a great practical joker and full of fun. He wasn't full of fun when John Surtees and I tried to talk to him this morning. He was in such a state of nerves that he was haranguing everybody, but now he seems to have recovered, and he's let his rivals through without any problems at all. All 4 of them. Marco Lucinelli has been lapped, and he is right out of World Championship points, no doubt about that. It's going to be an enormously close thing for the World Championship when this race finishes, if Roberts or Mamola win the race. And we are now on lap 18 in this 28-lap race. three have now shaken back clear of Ballington for some reason or another. We'll watch very carefully as they go through Abbey and complete the lap for Cork Ballington. Roberts comes up alongside Mamola, and he's going to take the wide line and the lead in the process. Roberts, Mamola, Middelburg is the order. Lucinelli goes through and has been lapped. Not a sign, and I'm looking right down the circuit as you watch these riders going to Cox, and Ballington is coming into the pits. Cork Ballington is coming into the pits. There he is. A fine, determined ride. There's the Kawasaki, who couldn't have won, I think, to be fair, but was riding extremely well and better on the Honda than it's ever gone before, as Mamola comes up alongside and again takes Kenny Roberts. Cork Ballington out, who might conceivably have won, and there's no doubt about the fact that Ballington is out. In fourth position is Bernard Foe, who has moved up. In fifth position it is Mark Fontaine. In sixth position it's Bert van Dulman. In seventh position it is Stu Avant. And in eighth position it is Ikujiro Takai, the Japanese rider. And the battle for the lead continues. Down Hanger Straight, Roberts, Mamola and Middelburg.
What is interesting there is that whereas each other can pull out, seeing where they have a slight advantage, and that they will then choose a part in the race when they will try and make a break.
And the great news for British motorcycle enthusiasts is that Dave Potter is up into seventh place, the man who won the Superbike Championship, and Middelburg waves. The man Potter is up into seventh place, notwithstanding the fact that he is riding with a broken bone and in great pain in his left arm, and has a special tummy pad to take the braking stresses from the Yamaha here at Silverstone, and they are very considerable. The lap speeds are going down slightly, and Middelburg goes up. Middelburg moves up ahead of Mamola. Tremendous stuff at the front on lap 22. We're getting towards the closing stages of the race, and the pace is not diminishing at all. From Kenny Roberts, 113.3 to the nearest 100th of a second. After 23 laps, there's the order. It's a 28-lap race, and it confirms that then Roberts on the side of the handlebars and looks over his shoulder to see where Middelburg is. And he saw Middelburg as close to him as he saw Roberts when he looked back earlier on. Randy Mamola freely acknowledges that he learnt all his tricks and a lot of his skill from the man in front of him, Kenny Roberts, who took Mamola under his wing earlier on in his career and helped to sponsor him and helped teach him how to ride a motorcycle at speed, and how well he succeeded and how well Middelburg is riding.
Well, one of the things here is that it's like the old saying, two's a company, three's certainly not, because that could be the problem.
Well, three's a crowd in this situation, and Jack Middelburg seems to be very anxious to break clear of them. I don't think he's going to do it, I really don't. But I take my hat off to him for the way he's riding. He's riding because the race has been so terrific at the front. There are only 3 laps to go at the end of this one, and they're coming up to round Woodcote and cross the line and start lap 26 now. They being Roberts, Mamola, Middelburg. Then a long gap before number 10, Bernard Foe, goes through, followed very closely by Mark Fontaine, followed at a respectful distance by both Fontaine had not appeared as the leaders start to streak. And again down the Hanger Straight, and again Mamola comes out of Chapel faster and goes down into Stowe Corner. The third gear, 110 right-hander. Dave Potter is now out of the race, and that's tragic. He was in 7th place and he's out of the race. So Potter joins the previous retirements who could have done well. Newbold, Ballington, Spencer, Crosby and Sheen. And still the race speed continues at a steady 133, 133.3 a lap. And as I have said before, that is a speed of some 113 miles an hour. Coming up now, underneath the bridge, completing lap 26 into lap 27 in this 28-lap race. And the order is Roberts, and now, for the first time that I can remember, Middelburg actually crosses the line in 2nd place. He's got ahead of Mamola. I seeing things, John, or is Mamola dropping back a bit?
Well, at that point he did, but it may have been purely the effect of Middelburg having gone by. This can affect the aerodynamically and such like, but at this moment,
and now,
the gap
on
is in
lap
fact
27 in this 28-lap race, it does start to look as though Mamola has got Christian Saron closing on him, and Christian Saron, of course, has been lapped. That's the man in blue in the hangar straight. And look at the way Middelburg's machine is wobbling. And so is Mamola could catch, and there he goes. So the race for Mamola is not run, because if he can still keep going, he can still finish in third position. He's a long way ahead of Marc Fontaine. But now Middelburg leads for the first time in this race on lap 28, which is the last lap. This doughty Dutchman, 29-year-old Jack Middelburg, is leading the British Grand Prix on the last lap. He's been riding a tactical race because he's making a breakaway and creating a real gap between himself and Kenny Roberts.
It certainly looks this way, but on the other hand, here we've got Kenny coming up on braking again, but not quite doing it.
This is Stowe Corner. There is only half a lap to go. From third into fourth gear, from fourth into fifth, it's 150 miles an hour as they come up towards Club and slow down and brake and go down through the gearbox and up towards Abbey.
And he's getting out of Club and getting past those two lappers is going to be the crucial point. This is going to be it.
Middelburg must win this British Grand Prix if he just keeps going. Unless something happens with these tail-enders in front of him, and he's going past Franco Uncini, number 12. And Middelburg goes into Woodcote Corner, and Roberts is closing right up on him. You can see for yourselves, it's just like 1979, and there's only going to be about 2 machine lengths in it. But a wonderful victory for Jack Middelburg, who has won the second Grand Prix in his career. And he couldn't have won the second Grand Prix better, in a better place, and Randy Mamola coasts across the line, coasts across